Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so grateful. A few days back, I made a shorts video around manifestation being called as witchcraft, wrong, fake, immoral. So I wanted to make a detailed version of that video, and I looked up for a lot of content on YouTube on different kind of channels where manifestation is being called as scam and how some people tried it for years and then why they stopped doing it. Okay, so the first point I want to start with is that you do not have a choice to start or end manifestation. Okay, what do I mean by that? You are manifesting all the time, and by that I mean the immediate environment around you, right? And the quality of life you're building. What kind of things are you experiencing in your life? What kind of actions are you taking? What kind of behaviors are you putting out? What kind of emotions you're feeling? That takes place regardless of you knowing about conscious creation or deliberate manifestation. Manifestation cannot be stopped. It's just like gravity. You cannot stop gravity, right? It will always have that pull. Gravitational force is real. So if you agree with it, if you don't agree with it, if you call it anything, it does not matter. You are always manifesting. It's a part of you as a human, it's a part of your nature. Whatever energy you put out will come back to you the same way. However, you keep your mindset, that is how your reality is going to reflect back to you. For example, if you stay in a negative environment for too long, and I know most of the people already know about this because, for example, if it's a toxic workplace, or if it's your family members, if it's your relatives, or the kind of friends group you hang out with regularly, they impact you. What do you mean by that when people say that the kind of people you're around impact you? That's energy, right? If you're around a negative group of people, they will impact you that way slowly, slowly. You won't even realize when your ways of living life, thinking, and acting and behaving, taking action changes. Similarly, with a positive environment that allows you to be yourself, allows you to flourish, allows you to be comfortable with yourself, you will change your behavior eventually. So that's a very normal thing of being a human. You cannot stop manifestation. Your energy will always reflect back things to you. The mindset you keep will always, always determine the immediate things happening around you. Now, what can you start and stop? Conscious creation. Manifestation, yes, you're doing it all the time, okay? Your energy is always reflecting back things to you. Conscious creation is when you get out of the autopilot mode that you are anyways manifesting on an autopilot mode. Beliefs are coming in, experiences are coming in, some things are changing, some things are going on, but you're not putting conscious, deliberate effort to change something within you, to manifest something into your life, to materialize something into your life. That's what you can start and stop. I can always stop this journey of conscious creation. Then, whatever beliefs I have in me by default, whether it's through an experience, through the people I hang out with, by watching something on television, that will keep manifesting. I'm not putting in any conscious effort to recognize those beliefs and understanding that these beliefs are not really in a really pleasant place, and I need to replace them because this is not what I want to keep seeing outside. And then I will work on replacing those beliefs. I will work on rewiring my thoughts. I will take the help of techniques. And eventually, I will saturate myself so much in that end state that everything around me starts changing. That is what you can start and stop. You can choose not to do conscious creation. You can choose not to deliberately manifest things into your life. But you cannot stop manifestation as a whole. Now, the second point is people criticizing law of attraction. So, all these videos that came up on the search page were not really recent. All the videos that came up were from 2018, 19, and 20 for some reason. And all the people who are speaking up in those videos are criticizing the wrong meaning that people have made of manifestation. So you can criticize all you want if you are actually criticizing the right definition of conscious creation, right? But if you yourself have the wrong knowledge about it and you hold it true and that is what you want to criticize, then anyways it won't really have any credibility. Again, for example, if I have heard a lot of things about gravity, that gravity can pull me up if I jump hard enough. Okay, that's just an example. And the actual meaning of gravity is there's a gravitational pull that brings you downwards, right? Everything that you throw up or if you jump, you will by default come downwards. But I have a wrong understanding about gravity based on whatever I read somewhere, whatever I watched somewhere, and I did not put efforts to actually research on this subject. And I don't agree with it because I tried to jump really hard. I practiced for months and months and years, and the gravitational force did not pull me upwards. So now I'm going to call it as bullshit. I'm going to call it as a scam. You're already criticizing the wrong definition of that specific subject. It's not bad to criticize something and say that you disagree with it. You know, you can go ahead and do that. Obviously, as a human, I disagree with tons of things, right? But ensure that when you're disagreeing with something and criticizing it and calling it something, at least do it to the right definition of it and not have a wrong idea about it and criticize that idea that is, anyways, not true. So it's really important that you kind of figure out, if you are someone who's interested in manifestation, that you watch the right kind of channels and teachers and coaches. I mentioned this in a few of my previous videos that there are always going to be like two categories when it comes to any subject. And nowadays you'll find hundreds of opinions and perspectives on a single subject, right? So there will be a category of coaches that are actually putting out wrong meanings of manifestation, and they are not really themselves doing a research on what actually it is and how they should put it across. They are teaching wrong things. Then there's a group of coaches that are actually putting out more limiting beliefs and guilting you into a few things like, okay, you can manifest objects, but manifesting people is, wrong. Don't do that. And then there are these actual teachers who understand the deep meaning of what conscious creation is. And they are trying to teach you everything without putting any limiting beliefs on you, making you believe in yourself, making you believe in your capabilities, ensuring that you create confidence and worthiness within you, linking you to the correct things. So, as an audience, it's really important for you to see that you are following the correct kind of coach, you are following the correct kind of teacher. Now, the next thing is that the people who made these videos are making fun of manifestation in their videos by giving examples and showing it as magic. Okay. And the comments on those videos are the same. I'll mention a few comments I read. So people are mistaking manifestation for magic. Now, why are they mistaking it for that? Could be a lot of reasons. Maybe that's the kind of research they did. They watched a lot of wrong content where people are actually calling it magic. And people are actually claiming that just think about it and you'll get it in 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Okay. They're not talking about the deeper things. They're not talking about triggers and trauma and resistance and how you have to shift your identity. So they don't want to get into the deeper things. They maybe for views or maybe just to get attention on their channel, they are just putting out things like, get this in 1 day, do this technique. But it's all very surface level. Those are not the actual manifestation coaches and teachers. Manifestation is not magic. Like whoever told you it's magic, or you just assumed by seeing some content and you made a definition of it being magic, it's wrong. Like, stop looking at it as magic. Stop treating it as some magical wand. Yes, it gives you magical experiences and it makes you feel that way, but it's not magic. So I'll give you a few examples of the comments I read on these videos. It's like everyone who ever tried manifestation for some time, a few months, a few years, and maybe they watched all the wrong content and they were not able to create a desirable reality. They got a platform through these videos to actually, take out their frustration and manifestation. So, a lot of comments criticizing this very natural process. There was this one comment where the person wrote that six pack abs cannot appear just because I think about it. Manifestation is bullshit, it's a scam. I need to get up, I need to work on my diet, I need to go to a gym to get six pack abs. And I agree with you. First of all, you're watching the wrong content. If you're watching someone who is calling out manifestation as magic, you're anyways watching the wrong content and then you're, criticizing it. It's not magic. You cannot think of six pack abs and they will appear here. Okay, stop that. Now, how can you get six pack abs? Okay, I'm just trying to use really simple comments and examples to make you understand what this whole process is. If you rewire your thoughts around your body and physical well being, self concept comes into the picture during that time. Even if it's an extreme transformation, even if it's a small transformation, being compassionate with yourself, adjusting to the transformation, and feeding your mind and body those kind of affirmations of self talk where you know you can achieve this, okay? And your end state would be having a healthy body, having six pack abs, okay? So if you rewire your mind with being in that end state where you're visualizing and seeing yourself having that fit body, feeling good about it. What would I do if I have a fit body? Maybe I have these plans that, I want to start hiking. And this is one sports I want to learn, but with this kind of body, I feel a bit ashamed going outside. I don't feel confident going outside. So all that is linked with your self concept. When I work on my self concept, I'm creating love, worthiness within me that will bring in the confidence within me, and it will be inspired action. See, when you create confidence within yourself, things such as feeling a bit ashamed or a bit shy, these kind of emotions start fading away. So when I work that way with my body, when I change my self talk, I will be inspired to go to a gym. I will feel better about it. I will not feel ashamed. I will not feel like I want to hide my body. I will have to wear certain kind of clothes. So you're creating worthiness within you. You're normalizing this for yourself that okay, I'm not really happy with the body I have right now, but it's completely fine. I'm a human and I'm going to work on it. Your self concept work is starting within. For that, you're not going anywhere outside. Then that is creating a good self talk, it's creating confidence, and I'm automatically being compelled and pulled to go and join a gym or join swimming classes or join badminton classes. It comes naturally. No genuine manifestation coach or YouTube teacher would tell you that you have to just sit in one corner of your house all day. I can be on the couch and things will appear. Whenever I mention in my videos that yes, you don't have to lift a finger, yes, you don't have to go out, manipulate people, places, situations, physically, mentally, or emotionally, what I mean by that is not taking forced action. You don't have to force things into your life, okay? It will come as a part of inspired action where it will be such a normal thing to do next. It will feel completely normal. You wouldn't be overthinking it, you wouldn't be overanalyzing it, and you'll just go and do it. And later, maybe when you'll reflect back, you'll be like, okay, that happened so naturally. I didn't even plan it. Those are your inspired actions. So there was one more example in the video where the person was saying, okay, if the law of attraction, I don't call it that by the way, if the law of attraction is so true, why don't you right now go in a crowded place, stand over there, and just think about money raining on you? And then she stopped for a minute and then she was like, okay, did it happen? I didn't think so. Again, manifestation is not magic. You are expecting magic, okay? It's not magic. In my perspective, no, maybe that cannot happen or it can. I mean, I'm not with it, I'm not against it, but you can definitely pull wealth into your life. You can pull in good health, you can pull in good job opportunities, you can pull in good relationships. For example, with investments, I'll give you a really easy and relatable example. Once you decide that you need to start investing money, okay, this is how things work, I'll tell you. Once I decide that every month this is a certain amount I want to invest, okay, now I have already decided in my mind that I need to check out different kind of investment options, okay. You'll start seeing small things move around in your environment where you will get downloads, or you will end up coming across some content where people are talking about investments, or all of a sudden some of your friend brings up the topic of investment and tells you that I started this a few weeks back and it's really profitable. So that's how your 3D works. These small evidences and transformations keep coming to you once you decide that something has to be done. You'll always come across the right kind of option for you. And yes, you have to take action over there, but it would feel natural. If I come across a good option, a good opportunity to invest, and for me, very naturally, I know that I will be putting in money over there. So the main thing is understanding the difference between forced action, manipulation, and inspired action, natural things that are happening in the process. There was another video where the person was not really happy with people crediting their success to law of attraction. Again, it was all law of attraction because, as I mentioned, these videos were from 2018-19, and since then, the law of attraction has kind of faded away, like the term, and people are using law of assumption more, manifestation, conscious creation. So that person was really, really infuriated with people saying that, I'm at this place now and I've successfully manifested my career or money, and it's all because of manifestation. And they were getting into a lot of practical things like, it's luck, it's privilege, it's resources. Yes, all that can be there, and even if all that is not there, you can always turn your reality around. Some people have the privilege, some people have the resources, still they're not able to do it. So it's not a fight between having privilege and not having privilege. It's something related to your internal state, right? How are you internally? What kind of identity are you keeping for yourself? Are you shifting your identity to a favorable version? It has everything to do with you. Something that has no proof around it that, these kind of people can be lucky or this cannot be lucky. It's just out there that, some people are lucky, some people are not lucky, and everything is destiny. And manifestation is just all about creating your destiny. Like, I will take control and I will ensure that I create a favorable life, a favorable circumstance. That is something you say is wrong, but you're okay with relying on luck. I'm okay with people not believing in conscious creation. It's your choice. Live your life the way you want. But believing in luck that has no basis, it has no foundation of how it works, and criticizing manifestation on which you have not really done your research properly is something which is just odd to me. There was one more comment that said that you cannot just think or write it in your little diary and it will come to you. You have to get up, you have to move your legs, you have to do the work, you have to put in the hard work. It's the same thing that I've explained earlier. It's not that you're not moving and you have pasted yourself on your couch and your car is falling from there or your house is falling from there. Action is going to be involved everywhere. Of course, obviously, something would be involved, but it would be completely natural, inspired action. It's not forced action, it's not magic, it's not manipulation, it's not going in the 3D and trying to fight things and struggle for things. Now, the same video where the person was talking about going in the crowded area and just imagining money falling on you, that person was really upset that this whole law of attraction thing and community has changed the game completely for coaches. The person was really upset that people are, monetizing their knowledge around this and putting out courses, putting out coaching sessions, and kind of enticing people into this whole concept that feels so good, that feels so magical, but it does not work, and they are just, doing all this to earn money. So again, in this, I would agree with some part of it, that there are a lot of fake coaches and fake YouTube teachers out there that don't actually know what they're teaching. And yes, they might be taking coaching sessions, they might be putting their courses out there, and they are not really genuine with this subject. But I think in today's time that happens with everything, right? You'll always find fake coaches and teachers for every subject. Take up any of the school subject, take up any of the skill set that is required in your corporate workplace, or take up anything else such as self development, or take up anything such as your workout routines. Everywhere you will find those coaches and teachers that are not really good at that thing, and they're still charging people a lot, and then they're putting out courses and they're taking one-on-one sessions and they're doing coaching. That's not restricted to manifestation, that applies to everyone in this world. And I didn't really find this sensible to be upset about people monetizing their knowledge, because that's how everyone is earning in this world at this point. That's how you are living your life, right? The way we take up subjects in our high school is to acquire a specific skill, right? And even when we get into the corporate world, we are learning a certain skill, right? Then when we change companies, we already have skills which we want to enhance further, which we want to learn more about. So everywhere, everyone wants to monetize their skills. That's how you will earn. If you don't monetize your knowledge and skills, how are you supposed to earn with something that you don't know? Learning something, building that skill, doing the correct research about it takes a lot of time. People take years and years to learn about certain things, anything in life that they are currently working on. And yes, everyone has the right to monetize their knowledge. That's what all the people throughout the world in MNCs, big companies are doing. That's what teachers in school are doing. They are really expert in the subject they're teaching, whether it's a science teacher or the maths teacher. So, this point of being upset with people monetizing their knowledge just because you're against that subject is not really sensible to me. And lastly, there was one of the videos that I could not really finish because I was not really understanding it well. But somewhere in between that video, the person was saying if you get into manifestation, you will face the consequences of it. And I just closed that video. So in this, I didn't really understand what context that was in. But from my end, I can just tell you that the only consequences you will face if you learn manifestation, which is deliberate manifestation from the correct coaches, from the genuine YouTube teachers. Only consequences can be having a beautiful life, having a desirable, favorable reality, having amazing relationships, having an amazing self concept, and just attracting everything in your life that you want to experience. Good things, good people, money, health, opportunities, traveling, everything. So be really careful about what kind of content you are consuming. In today's time, there's just so much out there that it can either make you participate in something or it can either make you really against something. So always ensure you're doing the correct research. There are going to be different opinions about a single subject. Some will be against it, bashing it, some will actually be teaching the genuine things. So do what resonates with you, but before criticizing something, definitely just try to understand that am I even criticizing the right definition of it? Okay, so that's all I wanted to discuss in today's video. In case you have ever heard of this, people calling it a scam, immoral witchcraft, you can leave your experience down in the comment section. I also have my Instagram linked below in case you're looking for a regular dose of motivation. My second channel is also linked below if you're looking for more content around self development. You can check out the videos. If it interests you, you can subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great week.